In other news, Benjamin Netanyahu's victory in Israel could be an even bigger than expected. John Jessup has more on that story from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
That's right, Gordon. With more than 90% of the votes counted, Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party has garnered more than 1 million votes. Along with allied parties, his bloc could take 65 seats, earning a comfortable margin in the 120-seat Knesset. Once the vote is certified, Israeli President Isaac Herzog is expected to call on Netanyahu to form a government. We'll have 28 days to do so. Netanyahu is said to already be in motion, putting the pieces in place for forming a ruling coalition. Well, drilling down on the numbers, Netanyahu's Likud party won about 32 seats in the Knesset. That means he now has to reach out to other parties to get a majority and form a government. Julie Stahl has this look at the likely partners that will join him.
The main possibilities to join Netanyahu would be the religious Zionist Party, as well as the ultra-Orthodox United Torah Judaism and Shas parties.
I think Israel is supposed to be democratic and Jewish. I don't accept the separation. I think that if Israel will be more Jewish, it will be more democratic, and it will be more democratic, it will be more Jewish, because the public in Israel is very strong in its Judaism.
Knesset and religious Zionist Party member Simcha Rothman has seen an upsurge in support during this round. Many supporters come from communities in Judea and Samaria that have been sidelined by the current largely secular government and recently attacked by terrorists.
Israel is a very conservative society politically, in the way of life, in the culture, in the family. The second Israel will be able to decide its faith democratically, you will see the people choose more Jewish values, because that's what the people in Israel want.
Jews of American and European descent primarily make up the UTJ party.
The main two goals, first of all, to promote the interest of the ultra-Orthodox society, to support it financially, to give, for example, exemption from the army for the ultra-Orthodox men, the ability to study Torah, the support for the institute, the education system.
According to Gilad Malach of the Israel Democracy Institute, the party wants a stricter version of Judaism within society.
And the second thing is they want to promote keeping Shabbat as a day that there is no market, no transportation, to be more strict regarding conversion issues to Judaism and other religious issues.
Shas party supporters are very diverse.
The voters of the Shas party comes from all over. We have votes from the Arab villages. We have votes from downtown Tel Aviv. We have votes from Jerusalem. We have across the country. Because people understand for a stable future for the kids, they need to vote for Shas. Because no matter who you vote, you need to bring the following day bread to your table.
While the religious Zionist Party and UTJ push for a more strict definition of who is considered a Jew and therefore allowed to immigrate to Israel, the Shas founder had a broader view.
Rabbi Avad Yosef was the only chief rabbi of Israel that recognized the Jewish people from Ethiopia as Jewish. And it's known that people from Russia get recognition straight away that you're Jewish.
They also support the peace process.
Shas party is the only religious party that joined the Rabin government in 1992. And we want peace. We're running for peace.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Thanks, Julie. Gordon, back to you.
Well, interesting analysis to get into the various political parties that exist in Israel. And it's a nation that, quite frankly, is divided. The joke in Tel Aviv is you need a passport to go to Jerusalem. And so they view that internal divide, that are you a secular Jew? Are you a religious Jew? If you are, well, you're going to live in Jerusalem. If you're secular, you're going to live in Tel Aviv. And that's showing up in their politics. But when you add into the mix, a perception of weakness on the part of your enemies, and so now Hamas and Hezbollah are ramping up terrorist attacks, well, then the population comes together and says, no, we want someone who defends our borders, someone who can stop this kind of violence, and we will vote then according to that. And that's what I think we're seeing coming out of this election, that there's a unifying factor, and that unifying factor is